Greetings, Africans. How are you, Africans? I hope you guys are well. I'm well, guys. My name is Debus Kosana, and this is my channel. And on this video, I'll be talking about Kalni House. Do you know the Kalni House, right? Kalni House, who's the former ANC national spokesperson, who has joined the EFF, right? I want to talk about him and his desperation. I don't know if you guys have realized how much Kalni House has been attacking the Umkhonto Sizwe party, but not just the Umkhonto Sizwe party. He has been attacking President Zuma of late, right? So I'm saying this is a desperation by Kalni House to be loved by Julius Malema. Meaning Kalni House is doing all of these attacks, all this the insult that he's throwing at President Zuma and the Umkhonto Sizwe party. It's in a desperate attempt to be in the good books of Julius Malema. So this fraudster called Kalni House is desperate, so desperate to be loved by Julius Malema that he is now making the Umkhonto Sizwe party and its leader, President Zuma, his soft target, right? His soft target in terms of ensuring that he attains the love that he so desperately needs from Julius Malema. And this is not far-fetched. Remember, the man joined the EFF only last year. And after collapsing that organization of his, Arret or what, right? Because he had to collapse even in terms of the following. There was no any substantive following that we could point to that say he's got a following, right? And remember, Kalni House was a staunch Jacob Zuma supporter, right? Claiming to be a proponent of radical economic transformation. So, but now all of a sudden he has turned against President Zuma. But he's not telling us that what is the reason. What is the reason that has caused him to turn against President Zuma and become so vicious towards President Zuma and his project of Umkhonto Sizwe party, right? And I'm saying he's desperate for the love, because remember, after joining the EFF last year, then he got himself, they deployed him to the National Assembly after the 29th of May 2024 elections. Of course, being in Parliament comes with the perks, right? So obviously now his concern is about his income, right? So in terms of ensuring that he keeps getting that income, if it means he has to attack the man that he supported so much, of course he will do it, because Kalni House is a fraudster. And this is not an accusation coming from, but I'll read you an article that was written by Mail and Guardian in 2009, that he himself confessed to being a fraudster, right? So a fraudster will do whatever it takes to survive, right? Even if it means turning against what he claimed to be a proponent of, right? Let me just redo this article, guys. It was written on the 13th of February 2009 with the heading that Tearful House admits fraud, right? This is not Debus Kosana. This is his own admission. He has been entrusted by the ANC with the strategic job of spokesperson, but Kalni House has left a broad trail of bad debt and broken promises behind him. Confronted this week with allegations that he owed hundreds of thousands of rands to politicians and influential businessmen and committed fraud while working for the Gauteng provincial government, a tearful Kalni House admitted that he forged signatures. Yeah. This is the man. This is the man we're talking about that is making noise, attacking with Umkhonto Sizwe party. He forged signatures while he was chief executive of Gauteng Economic Development Agency before resigning in December 2005. 2. Borrowed money over a 6-year period from some of the brightest stars of the ANC and business galaxy, much of which he has not paid back. 3. Asked to be connected to Brett Cable because he was desperate for financial help. 4. Had to leave a top job at Deloitte and Touche in 2003 after his financial woes became embarrassing. Right? 5. Owed the Rema Church more than 70,000 rands when he was asked to resign. Actually, 700,000 rands. Asked to resign from his post as chief executive and spokesperson by a full board meeting in 2004. And had to repay 24,000 rand to Director General in the presidency, Frank Chikane, when he left his job there under a cloud in 2004. This is the Kalni House, right? The article continues, right? Niehaus, appointed NC spokesperson in November 2008, also admitted to using the Rema Church travel agent to book a holiday for himself and his wife in Zanzibar, and to using the presidency travel agent to book flights and a trip to Durban for his former wife. Right? You see, this is the man that we are talking about, Karl Niehaus. Right? The fraudster. So the fraudster is so desperate. So this tells you this is the man who's always been in financial trouble. So now that the EFF has come into his rescue by offering him a post in parliament, he will do whatever it takes to ensure that he maintains that. You see, he will do whatever it takes because he is desperate. Right? Here's a track that proves how he has financially mismanaged his finances. How he has mismanaged his finances. So his attacks on President Zuma should not surprise anyone, because we understand it is a pact in parliament that are making him to be so vicious and spew all the bile that is spewing about the Umkhonto Party and President Zuma. Right? I thought we just need to put things into context. Right? So fraudsters like Karl Niehaus can be known for what they are. You see. Thank you very much, guys, Africans, for tuning in. You know you are always welcome to comment in the comment section below. And remember to like, share, subscribe, and join the channel as well. Remember to share this video on the social media platforms. And remember to join the channel to become a member to the channel. And thank you very much to Sisum Banjwa, who has taken up the membership. Thank you very much, guys, Africans. Let's say it.